Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Hey, what's up? It's Antman from AntmanVs here to tell you about Anchor.fm. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Here, just let me break it down for you a little bit. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. I think one of the greatest things about this whole thing is that you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which means you can get started today. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So take my advice, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
You're listening to Undiscovered Radio on the Foxhole Internet Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab.
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
And you're listening to AntmanVs.
Woo!
Amazing world leader. I'm gonna sing it.
Cause I get things cooking. You stare, you
How long your drama?
don't you dare change that station.
Feel the power.
Antman versus. Starting now.
What's going on, Music Familia? Hanging out live for the Antman vs. 500, baby. You know what time it is. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now, hanging out live. Music Familia, where are you? Sounding off in the chat room. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you motherfuckers out there listening to the show. I want to give a shout out to Foxhole Internet Radio Network as well. Much love to those crazy moes. Let's see here. What do we got on tap, intern? We got some This Day in Music. We got some all kinds of new stuff coming around from all over the motherfucking place. We're going to be checking out some of the favorite things that I love to do. We're going to be talking about that this evening. I'm excited, particularly this being the 500th episode. 21 seasons of this motherfucker. Are you kidding me? 21 seasons. We're going to open up the phone lines, allow you to call in and be part of the show. That's what we're all about. We're excited about all that fun jazz right there. So basically what you're going to do is be able to open the phone lines. You're going to be able to call in, and you're going to be able to talk to me, and maybe I can get the intern on the phone. I don't know. He's not really too talkative. But we're going to be talking about, you know, what I've been going through, what I've been through over this course of 500 episodes. We're going to be talking about them. I even got some audio clips from past episodes as well. I'm going to be throwing at you, and we can revisit some stuff. It's going to be a fun night, man. Brand new music. I got some exciting news that I want to throw out. I'm going to throw at you guys here in the show. Hopefully you're ready for this, man. Share this out one time. Hashtag Music Familia for life. And I feel like, I need to take care of my sponsors. I love you motherfuckers so much, man. Shamrock Printing, my man Ace Winner is Jonathan Boyer. Check him out, shamrockprinting.com, 740-304-5303. Also check out Janine and Max at Paul's Nightclub, 901 South Broad Street, Lancaster, Ohio, 43130. Give them a call, 740-349-2244. Modified Studios Tattoo Gallery, my man Rich Regal, richregal740.com, or 740-205-7503. If you mention this podcast or mention that you heard it from me on this podcast, you get 20% off your ink when Corona is gone. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to my man Larry Trimmer from Lynette's Country Barbecue. Check them out on Facebook if you haven't had a chance, or give them a call, 740-304-5303. Hit them up. So, it's crazy, you know, looking at all this fun stuff, man. And I look at, intern, what have you done? What is this? All right, so we're going to change this. This is the kind of shit I deal with. So, so this is the kind of stuff. So I'm going to put this up there. You notice how the phone numbers don't match up? Yeah. So we're going to talk about that later, Mr. Intern over there. I was going to say, we're going to yell at Larry Trimmer. That man bought a Corvette. I'm kind of jealous. Nobody on the road, so he doesn't worry about having any high insurance rates or anything unless he hits a deer. God forbid he does that. But we'll be hanging out live tonight, man. I'm excited about it. We're going to open up the phone lines, like I said. Make sure you write down the phone number. If you haven't already, write down the phone number. It's 614-916-6372. Again, that is 614-916-6372. So it's going to be fun tonight, man, hanging out with you guys. I'm excited about what we got going on deck. And I'm not going to keep you motherfuckers waiting any longer, man. Brand new douchebag criminals coming up at the end of the show. If you got a douchebag criminal and you want to throw them under the bus, hit me up on social media. Let me know you got one and drop them in there. Or drop the link in the website or in the chat right there. And join the fun, ladies and gentlemen. I want to remind everybody starting out that if you haven't already, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/MFP Productions, or check out facebook.com/FoxholeUndiscovered. All music and music videos aired are not ours, and we give all the rights to the artists and musicians who create these works. We just want to make that clear. And so I hope you guys are ready, man. This is going to be a killer show tonight, man. I also dropped my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal in there. We are going to be getting a merch running on all that fun stuff. I'm going to be talking about all that. It's been really hard times, hard situations, and you know, I'm here for you. I am absolutely here for you. I want to check out my boys Bad Neptune right here, man. Eyes Open Blind. I absolutely love this song, man. I want you guys to check it out, man. If you haven't had a chance to check out my boys Beyond Neptune, make sure you guys find them on Facebook and show them some love. There you go. Some Beyond Neptune for that ass right there, hanging out live on AntmanVs. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's hanging out live tonight, man. It is 16 after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My 500th show! Can you believe it, man? 21 seasons, 500 shows. Y'all have been putting up with my ass doing this thing for quite a long time. But before I was even doing this, I was doing something pretty old school, man. So, I was going through some of the old stuff that I have. And it kind of, it trips me out to think about, all the shows and all the audio and everything that I have. UndergroundColumbus.com was the big push for like the longest time. I was a broadcasting graduate from the Ohio Center for Broadcasting formerly the Ohio Center for Broadcasting, now Ohio Media School. It's a 1-year program. And in that 1 year, they throw like half of the, at the time, it was half video, half the year, and then half radio or audio the second half. And in some cases, they mix and match depending on how. So sometimes music on the front half, video on the back half. On my particular situation, the classes I had, the video was on the back half of my 1 year program. So I got an in-your-face real dose of local music by, you know, not so much relying on the radio station or the Ohio Broadcasting or Ohio Media School to carry me. I never walked in the door, and that whole year that I walked in that program, I never looked at anybody or anything and expected to like walk out of there with like God's gift to radio. And I'll tell you right now, like, I'm absolutely far fucking from God's gift to radio. Like, I'm a Middle Easterner. I live here in the Middle East of the United States. And those of you who live in the Midwest or the Mideast, wherever Midwest, you guys are familiar with everybody who talks to their nose from the Midwest. That is a thing. If you don't believe me, Google that shit. But in the big scheme of things, like, it was a 1-year program, and I was like, man, you know, it was fresh out of my accident. I was in a life-threatening accident. And December 2009, and December 4th, as a matter of fact, 2009 at 12:04 a.m. You know, that changed my life. I almost lost my life in a nasty warehouse accident, and spent a year and a half learning how to walk again and get back to life. You know, been a hard road, man. And for those of you who have been around for that long road, I thank you for the kind words, the support, you know, even the little things that you don't think matter, that really do fucking matter. You know, and it's times like this when I look at my music familia and the people in my community who are working their asses off, and they are in the same fucking boat, you know, where they're down and out and they need support and they need... So, you know, creating Music Familia Productions, I really had no idea what the fuck I was doing. All I knew was that my local scene basically consisted of 3 major things. 1, music. 2, family. And 3, shows. Now, some people would come up to me and say, well, hold on, but what's that order? Like, and I always say, it's whatever order you make them, just as long as those 3 things are on the top of your list, if that's what you're really trying to do. Now, you know, I have learned a lot from a lot of people, and I've learned a lot what to do and a lot of what not to do. And thankfully, I have a lot of examples of what not to do, and very few of what to do. So the ones that I did have that told me, that ones that took time to set Antman aside, or Anthony Shafer aside, and say, look, what do you want to do? Calm down, breathe, focus. This is what you need to do. And this is, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. And I was always the one that, well, what if I, and my mentors were always like, but, just wait, you'll get there, it'll be fine, just relax, breathe. And so, you know, long story short, that's a 1-year program. I was attending the program while I was going to the Mayo Pain Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio. I was driving from Columbus to Cleveland 3 days a week, as well as going 3 days a week to broadcasting school. You know, sober, 6 years. Sober 6 years, 3 attempted suicides, trying to get clean, trying to get the right path. The one thing that was always there for me was music. So, fast forward to a year after the program, I graduated the program. I not only graduated the program, but I graduated the program at the top of my class and at the top of school history. I have this plaque here. I have this really cool plaque that I got, and this is just one thing that I got from them. And I don't know, I can move it closer if I need to. But yeah, so, 2,400 lab hours for the exceptional amount, 2,400 lab hours and exceeding the required amount of 308, exemplifying student initiative and student event participation. October 9th, 2012, and I graduated October 7th, 2013. So 1 year program. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of things. I met a lot of people. One of my best friends and closest friends to date is Terry Douglas. I met Terry, through my passion of music. We'll be talking about a whole bunch of stuff, man, reminiscing the 500 and talking about all kinds of fun stuff, man, but I'm not going to bore you with my stuff. We're going to get into some crazy new music here, man. This song is from Through It All, and this song is called Neglect. If you haven't had a chance to check out this impressively beautiful music video, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to drop the link in there right now for you guys. We're going to break it in right now.
trenches. You know I see too much blood. I can't get enough of this bloodshed. I'm comfortably numb. Comfortably numb. So battle me in the trenches. You know I see too much blood. I can't get enough of this bloodshed. I'm comfortably numb. Comfortably numb. The war has just begun.
Intern's trying to be fancy Nancy, messing around with stuff. He's trying to learn. So that video right there that you're seeing is the interview.
Cool. Here we go.
That I did.
3,
with
2, 1. Hey, how's it going? This is Antman from.
You guys can check out that interview on my YouTube channel if you haven't had a chance to check it out. Going through here, looking at all this old audio, man. So before I graduated from the Ohio Center for Broadcasting, or the Ohio Media School, I know I showed you that plaque earlier, but the plaque is only half the story. I graduated with almost 3 to 4 times what was required to graduate. The plaque was the cutoff point. After they basically stopped receiving my lab hours, stopped receiving my intern hours. And basically what I did for that entire year, I went through notepad after notepad, pencil after pencil, pen after pen. I drove around to local recording studios that would allow me to. And I basically hung out in the corner with a pad and pencil, you know, and I didn't interrupt the sessions because I know how time sensitive and how important each minute of every second that you record in the studio is, how important it is, and how it's not to be squandered if you know what I mean. If you're an artist, you get it. Or anybody in audio, you get it. But, you know, I went around and, you know, hung out in the corner of every place that I could, wherever I could get knowledge. You know, I never turned any of it away. I always made sure that each and every day it was me putting my ass to work. And you know, it's been a long road, man. Going through all that stuff and trying to maintain it. and maintain my own path. I've never been the kind of person to follow a line. I've always been the person to kind of make my line. And so to be able to, make everything work out the way I needed it to, I had no choice. There was certain sacrifices that I had to make. And some things that I had to do that I damn sure today, granted I could very well, have done something else, but I don't think that I would have ever found something that was so fulfilling as what I have come across doing this. It's countless hours, countless of everything. It's impressive. At the same time, it's scary, to think about. And I don't know, man. It's definitely something. I don't have many words. A lot's happened this year that's driven me to where I need to go and what I need to do. And we're going to get real about it here in about an hour. About 10 o'clock, we're going to get real down to shit. We're going to talk about some serious shit here. And I have a couple of awesome things I need to get out here for you guys. And I have a couple of videos that were sent to me. I'm going to get those this evening as well. Hope you guys get a chance to check those out. And so, like I said, share this out one time using hashtag MusicFamiliaForLife. We're talking about all 500 shows. We're going all the way back. We're going to be playing some clips for some past shows here in a little bit. Just kind of fill you guys in with what's going on. And what I've been up to, and kind of catching everybody up, whoever's new to this. But 2020 is looking good. We've got some new stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about that. So in the meantime, man, I have become a huge fan of these guys, and I need some Hope Fiend in my life, so we're going to get that right meow.
Waiting by the telephone, but it never seems to ring. Strung out from the memories and the songs we used to sing. And I don't know how long I've been here, I don't know what was to say, but I keep waiting. Yeah, I keep on waiting. Silence till the death of me, I think I never learned to swim. Flashback to a better me, times were so much different then. And I don't know who else to turn to, I don't know just where you've been, but I've been waiting, I keep on waiting. I can't help but you look at me, I feel so numb to everything. I've been my own worst enemy since the day we came unhinged.
In a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it.
500.
Stand up, I'll scream back. You stole my time, I've kept track. I'll stand up, I'll scream back. You stole my time, I've kept track. I'll stand up, I'll scream back. You stole my time, I've kept track. I'll stand up, I'll scream back. You stole my time, so I'll scream back. So I'll scream back. Scream back, it's all inescapable. I can't live in a world this cynical. Scream back, I need a miracle. I'm not done yet, I know it's reachable. Scream back, scream back, scream back. I'm not done yet. Whoa, whoa. Scream back, I'm not done yet. Whoa, whoa. Scream back, I'm not done yet.
So the intern is learning. He's trial by error. I figure it's my 500 show, man. I'm gonna let this guy play and learn. The only way you're gonna learn is get thrown into it, right? It's kind of like what happened to me when I started learning audio and learn how to edit and do all that fun stuff, man. Somebody just basically threw me in. That was Pray for Sleep. That was Scream Back, the acoustic version of Scream Back. If you haven't had a chance, check it out. Pretty awesome stuff. Speaking of awesome stuff here, I'm gonna see if I can get this to pull up here. For some reason, intern's trying here. He really is. Kudos, bro. I'm gonna let you try. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you try. Gotta figure it out somehow, right? Sorry, bud. Well, hey, you know what? You tried, man. You tried. The intern is trying very hard to make that audio happen. So I tell you what we're gonna do, man. We are gonna go over to video section here. We're just gonna open this baby up, and we're just gonna play it like this.
Wow, 500. Congratulations, Ant. Such a big milestone. You know, the determination and the commitment that you put into this, it shows. It's very well put together shows, very well put together interviews. Probably one of the best interviews that I've ever been in myself. And thank you for that. With all the quarantine going on from this virus, you know, we really couldn't do what we wanted to do. Couldn't get everybody together. So, you know, I just wanted to say one last time, thank you, Ant, for everything. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of the show. Much love.
I want you guys to take a chance to check out Then Falls the Sky, man. Chad and everybody over there. I love you guys. Thanks for all the support and all the love. I appreciate y'all, man. It is almost 10 o'clock, 9:49. I am, so terribly sorry for, some of the learning curves the intern's been put through tonight. Speaking of, intern, you gotta message Mike from Foxhole Internet Radio Network. Make sure you do that. And so we're going to open up the phone lines here at 10 o'clock. We got horoscopes. But at 10 o'clock, we're going into it hardcore. So buckle up, bitches. It's about to get fun here at 10 o'clock. Drop your horoscopes in. We are simulcasting live at Foxhole Internet Radio -DB. That's FIRN-DB.com /undiscovered. Grab your media player and stuff us in your pocket. and listen to me all day long. Also, you can check out Anchor FM. This is something brand new for us, man. Check it out right here. After this, we're going to get into some killer fucking music that I've been waiting to play. This song, this band is called The Roomful, and we're going to be talking about them here in a little bit, man. Kind of exciting. Different kind of music than you and me are used to. But in the meantime, let's pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? It's Antman from Antman.
Hey, what's up? It's
Antman
from
about Anchor.fm. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Here, just let me break it down for you a little bit. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. I think one of the greatest things about this whole thing is that you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which means you can get started today. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So take my advice, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
would die 1,000 times more. I would tear my heart out and suffer with my birds. Just to know that I'm not alone. Just to feel you from the inside, where I can run and hide. To be close to mine, provide that sense of direction. In a world without love and affection, where I'm burning and torn and cold, they know life is cold.
Anthony, what's up, man? Just wanting to congratulate you on the 500th episode. That is freaking awesome, man. So keep kicking ass, and keep doing what you're doing. We love you, and what you're doing is so crucial. But happy 500th. All right, man. Love you. Love you. This is Greg from Ignasium. Have a great night. Have a great night, man, and keep on rocking, and let's go to another 500. All right, later.
Man, it's been a trip thinking about getting all the way to 500 and stuff like that, man. We're going to be talking about a little bit more than that. Right now, though, it's time for your horoscopes. If you guys are ready for your horoscopes, make sure you drop those in right meow. If today's your birthday, then happy motherfreaking birthday. And if it's not, well, wait till it is. I don't know. Shit. Here's your daily horoscopes, folks. Your potential may be limited, but your time and energy are not, so draw up a blueprint of what you want and do over the next coming 12 months and stick to it resolutely. And remember to work with the pattern of your existence, not against it. Aquarius, you have so much energy and so much competitive spirit that you can't help but do something dramatic. In both personal and professional life, you want to take risks just because it makes you feel more alive. Well, make them petty risks, not life and death ones, all right? Pisces, the movement of Mars through the most sensitive area of your chart could ignite the kind of fears and fantasies that do you no good. If you stick mainly to mundane matters, you should be okay. Master your mind, don't let its negative side master you. My Aries, if a well-connected colleague offers to put in a good word for you with the powers that be, you should encourage them to do so. There's no need to be even remotely suspicious. They really do want to see you do well. You're among friends, after all. My Taurus is out there. You could receive some pleasing news concerning your work or career today or tomorrow, but you are strongly advised to look into it before thinking about your luck has changed. It may be a very good offer, but what will have to be given up may not be worth to give in return. Gemini, something will happen over the next few days that changes your life for the better. It also changes things for those who are closest to you. So make sure you keep them in a loop so they know what's happening and why. Communication is a must. Where are you at, Cancers? You will have to continue with a task or project that you would quite happily give up on. It may be tedious, but it's also important to a wide range of people, so accept that you will have responsibilities to them and make the best possible job of it. My Leos, you've never been afraid to fight for what you believe in, and you're not about to start now. Mars in your opposite sign indicates that you will Be challenged by someone who thinks that they are bigger and better than you. Have fun proving them wrong. Likewise, Virgos, where you guys at? Challenges can be opportunities in disguise, so get working on something that is important to you and make things happen the way you want them to happen. Know your limits, of course, but find intelligent ways to go beyond them. Man, that fits with my new news I got coming up this show. Oh boy, oh boy. Libra, this could be a day to remember, especially if you're involved with something of an artistic or creative nature. Don't do what is done before. Do something new and outrageous. Something that forces the world to sit up and take notice. Scorpios, you've never been the kind of sort of person to give in to outside pressure, and that's good because someone seems determined to bend you to their will. Not only will they fail, but they'll learn why it is rarely advisable to take on a Scorpio. Losing hurts. Sagittarius, you have so many good ideas run through your head at the moment that they have started to get in the way of each other. You need to focus on the one area that is the most concerning to you. Then your sharp mind can work its magic. Capricorn, last but not least, Mars in the money area of your chart gives you both the desire and the ability to make a profit, but only influences warn you not to focus on earning a quick buck to the exclusion of everything else. Love, not dollars, makes the world go round, Music Familia. And that is your horoscopes this evening. Happy birthday to everybody who is out there yonder. Got something a little bit of funny ha-ha for you. I'm going to turn it on right now. You ready for this, man? This is Cold Man 5. Let me know what you think about it.
"50 years into the future, I'll be fine. I'll be on the top of my game, which is more than you can say. You'll pass by me in another life, and I'll ask you to press your finger against my forehead, against your will. You'll know why when it comes. Oh yeah. Our lives will be the same, only different. And we'll see through each other's eyes. Your tear is my tear. Don't be afraid of the game that will be your life, will become your destiny. Just keep telling yourself it's only a game. Harder than checkers, but not as hard as chess. The future.
Just reached the place where the willows don't bend. There's nothing more to be said. It's the top of the end. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. Closing up the books, all the pages in the text, and I don't really care. Ooh, what happens next? I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. been playing it straight, and I just gotta go before it gets too late. I'm going. Go and follow your heart. Will you be fine at the end of the line? Oh, this gold doesn't shine. Don't mean the one too long every time. Walking on the road, I've been living on the edge. Just gotta go before I get to the ledge. I'm going. I'm going.
So we're going to check out something a little different here right now, man. We're going to go way back. I told you guys I was going to go way back. We're going to go way back. I have some audio here from Burry Manifold. Do you remember Burry Manifold? I bet you do. Kind of going way back. And, yeah, man. So we're going to check this out. This is actually, I believe this is off of the Under the Earth album for Burry Manifold. I don't even know if the guys are still together or not. But we are going to check this out right now.
where you are. I still don't know where. My friend told me you have strayed. Lessons lost in your heart's mistakes take the place of words. My friend told me you're all I have that matters anymore.
Yeah, what's going on, Music Familia? Hanging out live. So I promised you that I would show you some old audio. Now this might be some audio from like way back, alright? This might be before you even knew me, alright? But I did catch this. I did an interview with Redline Tragedy way back in the day, and this was actually very exciting for me. A very exciting mix of audio and interview, and I think this was like in the beginning probably one of the most fun in the beginning interviews I did.
You ever thought about getting paid? Anchor's desk? The Ohio Center for Broadcasting offers hands-on experience unlike any other. Challenge yourself with a career in broadcasting. The Ohio Center for Broadcasting is a fully accredited ACCSC university. We offer a wide variety of technical training from audio production, video production, website design, live sports play-by-play, and amazing internships with local radio and television stations such as The Blitz, Power 107.5, 95.5 The Game, WBNS 10 TV, and much more. You can even start your own radio show tomorrow at one of our 2 on-campus radio stations. Take the first step in pursuing your dream today by visiting us online at www.beonair.com or give us a call at 614-655-5250. Again, 614-655-5250. The Ohio Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
WUDG
Columbus.
Always streaming live at undergroundcolumbus.com.
Baby, I want you.
You know what it's time for? It's time for WDG, the Underground, Antman in the PM.
Ah, wise guy, huh?
It's time for WDG, the Underground Columbus. It's time for Antman in the PM.
So fun little thing about this. This is like my first ever like professional done intro.
WDG, the Underground. It's Antman in the PM.
UndergroundColumbus.com. What's going on, folks? Here, there, and everywhere. It's Antman. New music to you, the best unsigned music you've never heard. What's going on, folks? So, we're hanging out here live, UndergroundColumbus.com, and if you guys know what's going on, and you know that the webcam is down, I know, it's always something, right? I know, but, being the boss, I can simply vouch for the whole thing and just tell you, it's not good, it's no bueno, we're working on it, alright, we're working. And trying to come out to the show and check it out, I always try to come as a fan before I come put the job first. And so coming in tonight or that night as a fan to you guys' show was really epic, man. Like, I was really impressed, and I got a chance to hang out with the guys on the phone, and I eventually got to go out to the show. But recapping some of the things that I've been through, man, it's been fun, it's been exciting, never been a dull moment, man. But as I promised, coming into the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to sit down and have some real conversations. So I'm going to open up the phone lines right now. So if you guys want to call in, you guys can. I'm going to actually drop the phone number in the chat. So if you guys want to chat about it, you can. Or weigh in on topics. So look. I want to give a shout out to everybody that supported me and everybody that's been, so awesome to me over the years and stuff like that. But I also want to take time to thank the other people. The people that didn't show up, the people that showed up when it was beneficial to them, the people that showed up, with wanting to do, they want a shit ton while meanwhile only wanting to give a little. I'm pretty tight with my wife, me and my wife. I don't know about you and yours or your significant other, whether it be husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. But I think it's important when you're in a relationship to communicate. Not just about like you're gonna do the dishes or you're gonna take the kids to school. You really communicate. And when I talk about that, what I really mean is like the ability to be able to sit down and be honest with yourself and be honest with what's really going on. And my wife was really good at giving me doses of reality. And she sat down with me one night. We were getting ready to lay down, and I just put my head down on my pillow. And I think we all do bedroom talk, talk about the day or talk about tomorrow or whatever, in our most comfortable places where it's just quiet and you can actually do so without being interrupted. But I think, what really got me thinking about it when we were laying in bed, she was like, honey, you've done a lot for the community, you've done a lot for the artists, you've done a lot for the musicians, and you've never really taken anything for yourself. You've never been the person to pound your chest on a soapbox. You've never been the person to bring anybody down. You've never been the person to, stand up and whatever. You would rather just take the high road all the time. And she was like, that's all fine and good. She's like, but, the reality of it is that if every person that you've interviewed and supported and promoted and been there for had shared it, promoted it, and liked it, and been involved in it as much as you were, you may not be where you are today. And that, my friend, is like the hardest reality coming from the significant other. When your wife looks at you and basically says, boom, really got me thinking about it. And then, I started thinking about it then, thought about, well, what am I giving to so many and not getting in return? Am I, if I'm going to support somebody, if I'm going to support something, I want to make sure that I'm getting the best I can out of it as well. All intents and purposes, everybody is equally successful. You know what I mean? I'm not an I guy, I'm a we guy. And I'm just always over the top about it, like humble about it, this whole thing could just be taken away tomorrow and I couldn't do this, and I realized that. And furthermore than that, I guess, not speaking up, there are certainly things that I could have done or could do more of, but being a disabled stay-at-home father of 2 kids, and being a husband, a devoted husband at that, try to do what I can, but it's hard. It's really hard. And so, this is where I want to say, I shout out to everybody who did and didn't support and does and doesn't. Because it's funny to watch when things start to happen, people start popping up like, oh, wow, that's really awesome. And then about a week or two later, even a few days later, it's like, oh, well, like my page, or, oh, well, I had this really cool idea, And there's really no friendship in it. So it makes it real hard to communicate, it makes it real hard to be able to old-fashioned feel it out, you know what I mean? So, looking at what's going on here in 2020 and what we've been through, my dad passed away in December. My son was born early December. My dad passed December 21st, 4 days before Christmas. And that flipped my shit. I almost kind of just quit altogether. And there again, I learned who my friends are, who my friends weren't, who my family was, and my family wasn't. And you're put in situations where you have to do what you have to do. And, the reality of it is as if you are willing and able to make a change or stand up and make a difference, you need to do so. And so after my dad passed, I did a documentary. I did a short documentary that hasn't even been released yet. The reason why it hasn't been released yet is because halfway through filming, I broke. I just fucking broke. Emotionally, mentally, just fucking broke. I can't be any more real than that. Like, that's exactly what happened. Just broke. And so, that hasn't been released yet. So we're going to revamp it. We're going to talk about the potential of maybe re-releasing it or releasing it in clips and stuff like that. It's just really a lot of me battling mental things. There's some spoken words in there. I did some recordings, some actual recordings of my spoken words, some of the things I've written and some of the things I have wrote down. Basically, there's a part in the documentary where there's me, and then there's two chairs and two microphones. One microphone's on the chair, and I walk up and I grab my microphone, and I sit down and I turn towards the chair and I start talking to the chair like my dad's sitting there with me. That piece is where I absolutely lost my shit. My dad is the biggest influence in my life for music as a whole. If it wasn't for my dad putting faith in me and wanting me to do music and do all that, giving me the vinyl albums he gave me growing up, giving me the influence, giving me the input that he gave me, whether he knew it or not, he gave me a huge stepping stone to avoid the bullying I went through, the divorce that my parents had, a bunch of things. Music was always there. So, fast forward, the broadcasting program, and I'm there for a year. I graduate, whatever. They offer me a job, and I get to come back as a job, and I start as like as a GA, a graduate assistant, and I started working my way up. And I have no qualms about putting this out there. Basically, I saw that I saw my boss, or the person in charge of the station that I was working at, basically applying for jobs while on the work computer. Like he was clocked into work and he was checking for jobs when he could have been teaching students or out there educating students in the hallway, whatever, instead of being in his office looking up for a new job. That's great if you want to look for a new job. That's fine. More power to you. I support you for wanting to look for a new job. But I don't support you ignoring other kids' educations and putting other people's financial decisions to be there on hold because you're not happy with your position. You need to step up and do your job. You have a job, do it. And that was my philosophy. So that's how basically I ended up becoming, the guy in charge of the station, basically. Started running Underground Columbus, changed it up, did a bunch of fun stuff. ended up leaving the broadcasting school. It just really wasn't. After seeing what was coming in, corporate kind of came in and changed things, and after they did the name change, you just kind of really lost all of it, you know. And I'm not the kind of guy that likes to bring people in, give them my, you know, have the best 2 minutes, and then shove them out the back door while they're all, you know, bringing somebody else in the front. You know, I feel like you give everybody, every interview deserves the every bit of attention that you get. If you have a 2-hour show, then I feel like the interview should be like an hour and a half, you know. Fortunately enough, like most of my interviews are 2 hours. There's been a couple shows that were 3-hour interviews. Now, if you go further enough back in the YouTube channel, that is, you'll be able to find where we were doing a few 24-hour live shows, like all night. All night. Pretty crazy. But, you know, it's one of those things, man. My man Bash Shock, great dude. I've played some of his music on the show before. I want to give a shout out to Greg Chafin, Then Falls the Sky, my man Chad, and the band, and Bash Shock. You guys are amazing. Like, I would have to say probably my number one fans, honestly, other than my kids and my wife. Like, my number one fans. And I appreciate each and every one of you motherfuckers out there that support me, and I love you guys. Thank you. Along with Billy Moore Sr. as well. You know, him and my dad, if I could have had my dad meet anybody, I think it would have been him. I think my dad and him would have had some killer stories. But, you know, the reality of it is, man, is that it's 2020, and you know, I didn't really expect much coming up on my 500th show, especially with how I see. Like, it's funny when people think you don't see things and you don't know things and you don't know this and you don't. Oh well, he just must not be. Like, but reality is, like, you are, you know, you have, and you are, you know, you're paying attention. And so my man Bash Shock, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, a week and a half ago, created a group chat on Facebook. And I'm not going to call out names, I'm not going to call anybody out of it, but there was a large number of people that were added to it. Bash went out of his way to get a bunch of people to post messages, share messages, similar to some of the messages that you've heard me air tonight, and all that. And these videos that were shared that I have, I may have not gotten a chance to play them tonight during the show, but I will specifically do a promo thing and put those videos in there and that audio in there. You know, the thing is, man, is like, I didn't receive a single message or a single. I would take that back. I take that back. I've received congratulations, and I've received support, and I've received all that. And I know Corona's going on, and I know that there's so many other excuses and all that stuff. But one thing I want to point out: how many sacrifices do you think that I made to be able to support you as an artist, a venue, anything, anybody, a charitable event, anything? How much time do you think I've sacrificed? How much time do you think I've taken away from my wife and my kids? How many nights do you think my kids went to sleep without dad because I was out late night supporting the show? Not getting drunk, not getting shit-faced, but supporting music, supporting people that don't even support me and haven't supported me but say they do. You know, the time for the bullshit is over, and I have no fucks given about any of it. I'm going to start doing what I want to do. I'm going to focus on all of it, you know, and, you know, honestly, you have to sit back and just say, you know what, fuck those people. This isn't what I want. This isn't how I wanted to do it, and this isn't what I fucking signed up for. So you have to make an executive decision at what point you're going to have enough, and you just say, all right, done. You know, you cut the shit. So I'm cutting the shit. Just want to let you guys know that this is the last episode on YouTube for the next few months. You will exclusively and only exclusively be able to hear my show on Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered on the website, or if you guys are checking me out on the awesome the awesome catch-up Anchor FM. Check out anchor.fm if you want to, and you can find Antman Versus. Search Antman Versus podcast. It'll be in there as well. New and old episodes are going to start popping in there relatively soon, so keep an eye on all that fun jazz. But tonight's show is going to be the literally last show on YouTube for quite some time. So 500th show ends with you guys right here tonight. And, so what is in store? What is coming? Well, let's talk about that. I want to take a shout out real quick to Mr. Michael Madsen from the Foxhole Internet Radio Network. This gentleman has allowed me to bring you some pretty cool news. I'm not going to spill the beans just yet, but what I am going to spill is some badass hardcore music. We're going to get into this shit right meow. I got some old school stuff that I feel like maybe, maybe you want to check out. How about, This Divine Tragedy? Yeah, you heard me right, folks. This Divine Tragedy. Are you ready?
Spirit inside, seeking you'll find the voice of resistance. Freedom's denied, fed by the lies, liberty falls. Showing the line, crossing the fire, making them listen. Now is the time, stand up and fight, answer the call. Oppression is here, instilling this fear within us. Broken resolve, countless obedience told. Lending an ear to enemies there with reluctance. Biting our tongues, letting the schemes unfold. Fight the pain of silence. Fight, reclaim our voice. Fight, 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 fight. Fight, 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 fight. Standing aside, killing a blood for acceptance. Blame with the heart, free from blame and guilt. Degenerate minds changing their lives every second. Majority quiet as society wills. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight. The pain of silence. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight. Reclaim our voice. We must see what belong to us. Take it back, let them know. They can't just silence us, threaten us, cheat us all. Wake up, see what they stole from us. Face the fact, where will you just run from it? Run from it, say your soul. We must see what belongs to us. Fight, take it back, let them know. They can't just silence us, threaten us, cheat us all. Wake up, see what they stole from us. Face the fact, where will you just run from it? Run from it, say your soul.
Oh yeah, what's going on, Music Familia? Hanging out live at MFP. It is 10:44 Eastern Standard Time, hanging out in Columbus, Ohio, during the corona epidemic going on. Hope you guys are hanging out in quarantine, safe and sound. Do everybody a favor. Get yourself a door pass from DoorDash. Save yourself on some delivery fees and get some good eats. That's what me and the wife have been doing. I know, like everybody else, we don't have any money, but we're ordering out to help the economy that we can't afford to, shouldn't be eating it, but we're eating it anyway, because you get tired of eating fish sticks and corn dogs and fried bologna sandwiches and all that stuff. I mean, it gets old after a while, you know what I mean? This day in music is brought to you by Modified Studios Tattoo Gallery, my man Rich Regal. Check him out, richregal740.com, or give him a call, 740-205-7503. Today, in 1973, a newly signed to EMI Records, Queen played a showcase gig for their new record label at the Marquee London. They released their debut single, Keep Yourself Alive, 3 months later on July 6, 1973. How about this? 1987, Jesse McCartney, American singer, actor, member of the boy band Dream Street. He actually had a number one in 2005. It was 2005 Australian number one, and UK and US top 20 singles hit, Beautiful Soul. I don't know if you remember that or not. Bleeding Love, he wrote that with Leona Lewis. And going up a little bit more, man. 1983, the year I was born, my man David Bowie was at number 1 on the UK singles chart with the title track from his latest album, Let's Dance. His 4th UK number 1 and featuring blues guitarist Stevie Ray Vaughan. The song introduced Bowie to a new, younger audience oblivious to his former career in the 1970s and was a U.S. number 1 hit, Bowie's first single to reach number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. Does anybody remember Labyrinth? Anybody? What a fucking killer movie, dude. Ugh. Need to have a Labyrinth watch party. Who would be up for that? That would be sweet. People are asking me how we're going to do interviews. It's easy. We're just going to do them. Right? Just do it. So, it's 10:47. A little bit left till 11 o'clock, man. So, let's fill you guys in real quick, man. So, when we're talking about no holds barred, no censorship, no bullshit, no drama. Starting next Thursday, exclusively on the Foxhole Internet Radio Network, you will be listening to the AntmanVs show. You can go to anchor.fm and check out, in the search bar, hit AntmanVs and find my podcast. We're going to start uploading all those podcasts there. The reason why I'm making the jump, why I'm making this change, one, is because I can. Because it's my shit, and I'll do what I want, for one. But for two, my boss gave me permission to fully run the radio station the way I would like. That means that we will be playing all sorts of music. We're not going to be just pigeonholed to Undiscovered. We're not just going to be pigeonholed. We're talking about undiscovered, local, or unsigned stuff, not just that. We're talking about national stuff, all kinds of stuff. I'm even going to set up an email where my fans, my listeners, my people, the true people like you guys out there listening and watching the show, if you guys want, excuse me, that's so rude, I apologize. If you guys want to partake and get involved, then you guys can send me videos or send me links or send me whatever. And if you guys send me a link, then that week, that show, I will air your song or your music. Whatever you want me to air. But just gotta be on time. Alright? But yeah, so gonna be live on the Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. Go to Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. Never mind. I'm just gonna throw it in here for you guys. Boom. So there you go. So you go click on that website, you go directly to it, pick your player on your mobile device or whatever device you are listening on, pick a player, and basically just hit it, hit play, it'll automatically start. You can, I believe I'm not mistaken, you actually close the app or close your screen and put it in your pocket, and you can actually listen to it that way too. So that's pretty neat. But what's going to be happening, there's some affiliates that are going to be joining in. So if you want to get affiliated, you want to hook up, you want to do some collaborations, you want to do some fun stuff, we can do that. We're going to do a fully audio radio show starting next Thursday. We're going to do that for a few months. Really honestly, man, I'm so tired of Facebook, all the BS. I'm tired of the censorship. I'm tired of being held down. When I have written, notarized consent to play music, to air music, and I get held up all the time, and I can't. It makes me look bad not being able to represent you to the fullest of what you deserve. So, in effort of being able to do what we want, say what we want, handle how we want, do what we need to do, we can do that by heading over to the awesome anchor.fm. And also, you guys can tune in live every Thursday. Same show, same time, same channel, 9 p.m. to 11 Eastern Standard Time. But it's going to be strictly radio. And we'll be able to have callers and all kinds of fun stuff. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try that out for a little while, man. But be watching our website. I'm going to talk to my boss also about the possibility of adding some links for our merch, like taking some pictures of the merch we have and putting it up there, and then putting links to our PayPal and stuff. If they want to buy merch from us, you can do that. But in the meantime, man, it has been one thing after another. Trying to get ready to do this. This is the biggest announcement of my career. This is my 500th episode right here. You're seeing this first. And just by looking at it, you can tell how many people are in the room watching this right now. But it's funny because you are here watching this right now, but tomorrow, the next day, more and more people are going to be watching this. And I think it's funny that other people are going to be like, well, what happened to Antman? You're going to know. And you're going to know, and you're going to know, and you're going to know, and you're going to know way in the back, you're going to know too. So, starting next Thursday, Undiscovered, exclusively, it's going to be fun, man. Shit tons of listeners. It's going to be really awesome. I'd like to find a way to do a chat bar. Maybe find a way to do a chat bar when you guys are, listening to the show. You guys can still chime in. I enjoy you guys being able to chime in and stuff. But this whole thing, with YouTube and no supporters and this and that, and everybody wants you to support them, but they don't want to support anybody else. Like, they don't want to. I'm so fucking tired of it. I really am. I'm tired of supporting these artists and musicians and these people who, just expect it, feel like they deserve it, think they need it, think that they deserve that, but they're not willing to give anybody else or anything else the time of day. Those are the kind of people that I'm just fed up with, Also, being my last show, I want to air something out. Just flat out. I'm going to air this shit out right here. 7 minutes left of the show. A ways back, we had a show, Sunday morning meltdown show. You guys will remember my host, Siobhan. We were on the show, and it was a 2-hour show, similar to this. Only in the morning, on Sundays, obviously. Sunday morning meltdown, right? Okay. Still with me? All right, here we go. So, we were doing a story, and I have the timestamp right in front of me. So if you want that timestamp, I can send it to you, but I don't think I need to. And I don't think any of my fans or listeners are really going to be like, oh, let me see it. Honestly, because if I give you a timestamp, that shit's legit. So, we did a morning show, and it was right around the time fans of Ryan Upchurch, there was a mud park that was in, I believe, Louisiana or Arkansas, and it was over capacity by a shit ton of people, and there was some craziness, and a little girl, I guess, got trampled. And they were talking about lack of security, lack of this, lack of that. So, being a morning show, being a talk morning show, 2 callers had called in. One being a local food truck owner that actually had worked at the venue, and seen firsthand some of the things that were being talked about in that particular show. And the second one was a female who had attended this venue. Now, here's the story. So the 2 females, both of them attended the Al Rosa, and on a Friday night show and a Saturday night show. Now, if you guys remember how long ago that was that they were doing Friday and Saturday night shows back to back like that. All right, so one would dress provocative and put up can of mace somewhere provocatively on their body. And the other one would dress normal. The other one would always get, the one who dressed normal would always get checked. The one who dressed provocative didn't. So the Friday night, her friend did it first. And then the second night, they switched, basically. And what's funny about that, awkwardly enough, is that they actually switched outfits too. Just so that there was no change other than who was wearing what. And so both times, the provocative dressed woman got through with no checks, no balances, no nothing. And, so the conversation of relaxed or laxed security came up. And a promoter from that venue private messaged me and was like, well, I don't think it's appropriate that you discuss, that you talk about a venue or that you badmouth a venue that you're trying to partner with or you're trying to work with. And I didn't even respond because I'm just not gonna respond to something like that, you know. But the thing is that it was taken totally out of all that. Like, I feel like if that person would have listened and saw the whole episode or the whole thing, or even just like 15, 20 minutes before that part that they saw or that they heard, then things might be different. But I wanted to air that out on my last 500 show because, honestly, man, I don't want no hard feelings. I ain't mad at anybody, man. But, you know, I did learn who my friends are. I did learn who my fans are. I did learn who all the people who are full of shit are. And, you know, I'm just tired of it, man. So, brand new show coming up next Thursday. It's going to be killer stuff, man. To give you a preview of what you are looking forward to. We're going to be closing down this show here in a few minutes, but we are still going to be live on the Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. So go ahead, click that link right there, and you guys can check it out. And, you know, we can definitely work that out, Bill. We can definitely do a pre-recorded show. That's fine, man. We're going to be looking for new content as well. New interviews, new music, all kinds of stuff. So not only will you be able to listen to me on the radio station, you're going to hear a lot of unsigned music from all walks of life. I want you guys to share this out. Even if you guys don't know how to share the link, that's fine. Make a post about it, or do something about it, and tag me in it personally. I want people to be able to be a part of this and see this grow and be a part of it, man. This is going to grow and adapt and materialize right in front of you, and this is an opportunity for each and every one of you guys to get in on the ground floor of something that you yourself have an opportunity to not only control, but say what goes and what doesn't. The true meaning of working and networking together is about to happen at Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered, and I want you to be there. So, make sure you guys check it out, man. And, you know, I'm really excited about this. I want to give a shout out to Crystal. I want to give a shout out to Billy. Then Falls the Sky. I want to give a shout out to my man Bill Gillian. I want to give a shout out to Bash Shock. I want to give a shout out to Greg Chafin, Mr. Mark Stapleton, everybody who's hanging out with us tonight. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Shamrock Printing, Paul's Nightclub, Modified Studios Tattoo Gallery, Lynette's Country Barbecue. I also want to let everybody know that Paul's Nightclub is located at 901 South Broad Street, Lancaster, Ohio, 43130, 740-349-2244. They are still out and able, they have their carry-out license, so they are able to sell carry-out. So they have drinks and stuff like that. So if you're in the area, man, promote a local business, get out there and do your damn job. We all have a job to do. Make sure you do yours. My name is Antman. I'm from Familia Productions, from my mama. And I'm on Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. I love you guys. Thank you for so many years, so many times, so many experiences, man. We're going to have a brand new Douchebag Cribbles next week. But you know, I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate y'all. This has been really awesome. And who knows, we might revisit YouTube in the next couple months, man. But in the meantime, we're going hardcore over at Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. Let me know what you think. Message me on Facebook. Make sure you guys like us in the meantime. Facebook.com/Music Familia Productions or Facebook.com/Foxhole Undiscovered. Thanks again for watching Music Familia. All music and music videos aired are not ours, and we give all the rights to the artists, musicians who create these works. We love you, motherfuckers. We appreciate y'all, and have a great, safe weekend. And remember what I said. Get out there, support somebody. We all have a job to do. Make sure you're doing yours. Tune in. Head over there, check it out, Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. I dropped a link in there. I'm going to drop the link in there one more time for you. Drop over there right now because we are still live.